Hi, welcome to the Silent Storm channel. I created this channel to share my journey and my story with you. In 2022, I've decided that I wanted to change my life. I noticed that I was stuck on this never-ending loop of just despair, confusion, and always receiving the short end of the stick when it came to any and all situations. And I realized it's not them, but it's me. I struggled with reading a room. I struggled with picking up on social cues. And not for a lack of trying, I just didn't have those skills ingrained in me. And I had a lot of work to do to heal and fix myself. And while on this journey, I really came to know myself just a little bit better. I really started to understand myself just a little bit better. I started to get the things that make me me. And while I'm not 100% there, I definitely want to share some of the things that I've learned along the way. For starters, I didn't know how I was presenting to the world. I would just enter a room and feel as though things were owed to me, that I had the worst story ever. And that's not to say my life has been a cakewalk. No, I don't think so. But in my selfishness, in my need to wallow in my self-pity, I overlooked that people have their own ish that they're dealing with. And no one wants to be around the negative Nancy. And that was one of the shifts that I wanted to create. That was one of the things that I wanted to change, that negative mindset that I had, that life is just down in the dumps and there's nothing that I can do with it about it. And I'm not saying that life doesn't suck and the world isn't a cold place. It definitely is, especially when you are a Black woman and you have a lot of things coming at you from many different angles, and people are really out here trying to not see you win. Let's not act like that's not a thing, because it definitely is. But with my mindset shift and the way I've just decided to approach life, I have seen the fruits of my labor. I have seen how me just changing the wording and how I've shifted my worldview has helped propel me to new heights. This all started when I started my teaching career, and I worked with this woman, and she was horrible. And I mean horrible person. And I'm pretty sure she was fundamentally broken, but she taught me a lot. She taught me a lot about the world. She taught me about how naive I was, and she was a cautionary tale, but she definitely was someone who changed my life for the better, if I'm going to be completely frank. If I hadn't had that experience with her, if I didn't see how mean-spirited people could truly be and understand what human nature is really capable of, I think I would have still been living in bliss. I think I would have still been going about my life unprepared and naive. And that's a very dangerous thing when you're trying to navigate this world, when you are a woman and when you are Black. Not to say that you should always be paranoid. No. I want to enjoy my life. I want others that look like me to enjoy their life. And know that there's a way to be aware and defend yourself against all of this extra nonsense in the world and still live a fulfilling life, still be happy. And honestly, I'm grateful for that woman. I'm grateful for that experience. Even though I learned a lot of things the hard way with her, I still learned them nevertheless. And it has literally changed my worldview, changed how I enter a room. And it hasn't changed me fundamentally, but it has changed the way that I approach things. It's changed the way that I open up to people. For instance, I would just tell my story to anyone and everyone who would listen. I used to share everything and anything about myself, thinking me sharing these little things about myself is not going to make a huge difference. I am bonding with these people. These people and I are basically on the same wavelength. That is not the case, especially when you haven't given people the chance to get to know you authentically. And while working with this woman, she did a really great job of getting information out of people prematurely. She was very good at it, and it made me realize, oh, shoot, she's a master manipulator, and a lot of people would fall for it. And unfortunately, I realized too late what she was up to, and that's because I opened up prematurely. I allowed her to set the tone of how we would communicate. When she would ask inappropriate questions or ask very personal questions about my life, I often found myself opening up to her because, I thought we were bonding in that sense. And then I realized that's not how you bond with someone. That's not how you authentically get to know someone. It actually progresses over time. It should be a natural progression. It shouldn't be an interrogation. And with her, through her, and by her, I have learned that people will take the information that they gotten from you in a simple conversation and then use that against you, use that to turn people against you. And that's not to say that these people weren't against you to begin with, and this is just not extra ammunition added to the gun, because, if someone had a negative view on you, they don't really need a big push to start gossiping about you. But you don't have to be the one that gives them that information. I've learned that you don't have to be the one that gives them that information. It could just be pure speculation. These people could just be guessing. They are making things up, and I would rather someone make something up about me than me actually giving you fuel to the fire. And then that's not to say that I think I have anything to be ashamed of. No, I don't think anyone has anything to be ashamed of. I think I want to guard my peace. I believe that I don't want what I say to be taken out of context, which it probably will be, especially if it's someone who is dead set on misinterpreting you, because there are people out there that they choose to be intellectually dishonest, and they know they are because they already have a certain view or belief about you. But you know what? That's really not your problem. Nothing about how someone else perceives you. If you are doing the right thing, it's not your problem. I just realized in that situation, I gave her so much power over my reputation and how people at work were viewing me through her. And that was a disservice that I've done to myself. And I don't want anyone else to make that mistake. So I hope this video helps with that. I hope this video helps with you not opening up too soon when someone is asking you really personal questions, inappropriate questions. I've learned to, kind of just pause and either not answer or change the subject or keep it very surface level with people, because especially in the workplace, these people are not your friends. Not that they are horrible people, but you don't know what they've gone through, their thought process, and you don't want to be caught up in all of that work drama. You don't want to be clicked up with the wrong people too soon, and then you realize you are on the losing end of everything because they have then turned on you. And trust me, people will turn on you, and it might not even be maliciously, but they feel like they need to protect themselves, so they're going to throw you under the bus or side with whomever they feel like is the winning party in the workplace. So let's not do that, because I know I won't be making these mistakes again. Then I have learned through this experience that when I meet someone, they will tell me who they are. They definitely will. I just need to give them a chance. I need to sit back. I need to listen and literally understand. Not listen to argue with them. Not listen to say, aha, I got you. But listen to see, where's this person's mindset at? If this person is gossiping to me about someone and I've just met them, 10 out of 10, I guarantee you this person is going to then turn around and gossip about me or you if you're in that situation. So is that someone I want to be around? Is that someone I want in my corner? Is that someone I want to be associated with? I don't think so. I don't want that kind of energy in my space. So that's what I'm saying when I say, like, let someone show you who they are. Give them a chance to authentically be themselves around you. And then you can decide where to go from there if you want to then continue this engagement with them, and if you realize, okay, this person is like really negative, this person's talking about a lot of people and just saying horrible, mean, disgusting, vile things, I don't want to be around them. It's easier to distance yourself from them in the beginning, when you're just meeting and you can just kind of keep everything surface level, versus when you're in the thick of it now. Like you've told this person your business, or you've opened up about something a little bit too prematurely, or you've gossiped with them. Now you're really in it. So why not save yourself the trouble from even being in the mix up by simply hanging back and letting them talk, and letting and getting to experience them on an authentic level, like the realest form of them. And 10 out of 10 people are going to experience you as well at the your most professional realist self. That's what I would say when you go to work. Bring your most professional realist self, because the work environment is full of a whole bunch of different personalities, a whole bunch of different mindsets and approaches to things, and you really want to see what makes these people tick. Am I going to be a good fit for them? Are they going to be a good fit for me? Should we just keep it at high and by, or can I have like a little bit of small talk with them? And you need to define what small talk is going to look like too, honey, because you might just end up sharing something you don't want to share, and that can come back and bite you in the butt later on. So I recommend that. And I've learned all of these things through my old coworker, because I'm telling you, this lady really got me good. Well, and not only me, I've seen her work other people over too. It's just something she does, and that's another thing I'll get into in a later video on, like, not taking things personal, because she did this to everybody. So I kind of want to dedicate this video to her. Shout outs to you. You actually helped to kickstart my level up healing journey. And I can't wait to share more about, these past 2 years, on how I have changed and the things that have helped me change. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.